Great. So thank you very much. So yes, as Claire said, my name is Caroline Norris. I'm a medical writer and project manager, and I'm also on the management team for the Yellow Card Centre Wales. And my colleague Andrea is also here. She's one of our Yellow Card Wales champions in Cardiff and Vale. So I'm just going to give you a quick update of recent activities in the Yellow Card Centre Wales. So just a brief agenda, it's not a very long presentation, but just to give you a reminder of the Yellow Card scheme, because I know we might have some new attendees for this meeting. And then I'm going to talk through a few of the awareness days, which have been coming up. So we had World Patient Safety Day last month, and we've got Med Safety Week coming up next month. We're also in the process of finalising our annual report for 2022-23, so I'll take you through some key figures quickly, and then also just a reminder about our promotional video at the end. So what is the Yellow Card Scheme? Well, it's a national scheme that's run by the MHRA, and it's got 6 regional centres, of which the Yellow Card Centre Wales is one. They collect and analyse reports of suspected side effects to a whole range of products. So that includes medicines, medical devices, vaccines, herbal products and complementary therapies, and also e-cigarettes and vapes. So who can report a side effect? So everyone can report. So whether you're a healthcare professional or a member of the public, everybody can submit a yellow card report. How can you do that? So there are multiple different avenues. There's a website where there's an easy form that you can fill into reports. There's also a mobile app, and there's also a postal form. So whichever is your preferred method, you're covered. And what do we do at the Yellow Card Centre Wales? Well, our remit is to raise awareness of the Yellow Card Scheme and to promote reporting of yellow cards within Wales. So part of the way we do that is to support these healthcare awareness days. So the most recent one we supported was World Patient Safety Day. And so this was on the 17th of September. It's celebrated on the same day every year. It's a global event. It's organised by the World Health Organization. And it calls for solidarity and concerted action by all countries and international partners to help improve patient safety. And in 2023, the theme was engaging patients for patient safety, and the slogan was to elevate the voice of patients. So what did we do to mark the occasion? Well, we actually had 17 yellow card events that were organised across Wales. So we had one in the Heath Hospital in Cardiff and Vale. But we've got yellow card champions who are our representatives on the ground. So these are healthcare professionals who volunteer as part of their job to help us promote the Yellow Card Scheme in their workplace. So we have healthcare professionals in primary care, secondary care as well. And we reached out to them, and we all pulled together and we supplied some merchandise and some promotional materials. And we had a great response. We had 17 events which occurred across Wales. And they did a really brilliant job, and I'll show you some photos in a minute, but creating engaging stands, so engaging healthcare professionals and members of the public and patients who were coming through. They had posters, they had leaflets, and some yellow card merchandise. They made interactive surveys and quizzes, and there was even one group who had a whole range of yellow themed food to mark the occasion, which we loved. So yeah, on the right there, you can just see a little montage of the different hospitals where we had yellow card stands. We also had a couple in primary care locations as well. But yeah, really great engagement, and we had a lot of positive feedback. So the next occasion for us is going to be Med Safety Week. So this is a whole week from the 6th to the 12th of November. And it's first and foremost a social media campaign. It takes place annually. It's usually in November. And there's a different focus or theme to encourage the reporting of suspected side effects or medication safety incidents. So this year is going to be the 8th annual Med Safety Week. And as I said, it's taking place from the 6th to the 12th of November. And this year's campaign is going to be focusing on who can report. So that's, as I mentioned at the start, patients, doctors, nurses, pharmacists, all healthcare professionals can play a key role in medication safety. And what they want to do this year is to explore the different perspectives that come from these different groups and how the information they provide can help to make medicine safer. So promotional resources are going to be available shortly. So we're expecting them to come out 1st of November. So as you can see at the bottom, they do these sort of little animated images, and there's some videos as well. And more recently, we've been able to have all of the resources translated into Welsh for us as well. So that's great. So we'll be posting those out on social media close to the occasion and printing out posters and things. So again, we've reached out to our yellow card champions. So we're expecting to have a whole range of events happening across Wales. And we will, of course, be doing another stand in the concourse at the University Hospital of Wales. So I just wanted to mention in the sort of roundup, we produce an annual report for the Yellow Card Centre Wales. And it's available on our website. So if you pop there, you'll be able to see back for a number of years, all of the different annual reports that we've produced. So primarily they contain graphs which relate to our reporting data. So things like the total number of reports we've had for that year, a breakdown of who has reported, so different qualifications, so whether you're a healthcare professional and what your job role is, or if you're a member of the public. And things like what were the top 10 medications that there were yellow card reports for in that year. And they also contain a nice summary of activities, so promotional activities and educational activities that have been undertaken by the management team, our Yellow Card Centre Wales Advisory Group, and of course our Yellow Card champions. So I thought I'd just show you two kind of key graphs from the annual report, and then it should be released, we're hoping in the next couple of weeks, and then you'll be able to view the full report online. So the first one I wanted to show you is just looking at the total number of reports that we had in the past year. So I'm not sure if you can see my mouse on here, but essentially we've got the last 5 years worth of data, and we're just looking at the total number of yellow card reports for Wales. So as you can see, for 2022-23, we've actually got two coloured lines. So we've got a blue one and a red one. So the blue one represents the total number that we had, and that was 4,024 yellow card reports. As you can see at the bottom, the red one is the number of reports, excluding reports that related to COVID-19 vaccines. So this is quite an important distinction because this was the first year where the MHRA provided all of our reports collectively. So in the past couple of years, we've had COVID-19 reports separated out, really because of the huge volume. So we had, I think it was 13,000 reports relating to the COVID-19 vaccines 2 years ago. So this is the first year where now it's sort of business as usual. You know, we're living with COVID-19, and so we're bundling all of the reports back together again. But it does mean that we're not really comparing like for like with the total number of reports for the last 2 years. So we did have an increase of 93%, where we're just looking at the total, but that's because this year's total includes those COVID-19 vaccine reports, whereas last year's didn't. But if we just compare like for like and say, what were the total numbers without those COVID-19 vaccine reports, we still have an increase of 28%, which is great. So we think part of that is probably an increased awareness of the yellow card scheme, which came about because of mass vaccination with the COVID-19 vaccines. So that's good news for us. You know, not a huge amount of good news coming out of COVID, but increased awareness of the yellow card scheme has been great. And the other graph I just wanted to show you just looks at the reporter qualifications, we call it. So this is the job role, or whether you're a member of the public and you've reported a yellow card. So again, we've got for the past 5 years, and the coloured bars represent those different types of reporters. And all I want to focus on is you can see the bottom bar for each of these is blue. So that represents GPs. And then the next section up is red. And that's our public group. So that's patients, parents, carers, consumers of medicines. And just the key thing to note is that for the previous year, GPs were our largest reporting group. So the most yellow cards reported in that year were reported by GPs. But for the last year, that has been overtaken quite substantially by the public group. So they now represent the largest reporting group of yellow cards in Wales. And of course, as I mentioned before, because we're including those COVID-19 reports now, we would expect there to be an increase in that group. But it's likely to be a combination of both the fact we're including those reports, but also that greater awareness of the scheme. Okay, so just to finish off, just a little promotion of our promotional videos. So we've got a video on YouTube which promotes the Yellow Card Scheme Wales. It's available in English and in Welsh. And if you've got any ideas for how we can share the video more widely, we'd really love to hear them, whether you might be able to host it on your website or post it on social media for us, or repost it from our social media. that would be great. So yes, please feel free to mention at the end, or we've got our email address on the slides as well, and feel free to drop us an email afterwards. And I guess just the sort of last bit of advice here. So if you're personally worried about a symptom that you think might be a side effect, the advice would be check the patient information leaflet. There are commonly experienced side effects listed in there. Talk to a healthcare professional like your doctor or pharmacist. And of course, you can report via the yellow card scheme. So never assume that someone else will report on your behalf. And those are our details. We're on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We've got our website as well. And that's our email address there. So thank you very much.